India Against Corruption chief Arvind Kejriwal has lashed out the government over the recently concluded cabinet reshuffle. Arvind Kejriwal on Twitter has said the following: "Can the government explain why XYZ was removed from any ministry and why ABC was brought in, or is it completely arbitrary and whimsical? Then how are we a democracy? Isn't it a dictatorship?" He has also said, he says, is it completely arbitrary and whimsical? Are we a democracy or is this a dictatorship? Before that, Arvind Kejriwal tweeted shortly after the reshuffle was completed. He tweeted, "Reshuffle exposes this government. Corrupt are not just protected but also rewarded." I want to bring in headlines today is Ankit Tyagi, who is in touch with both Arvind Kejriwal as well as other members of India Against Corruption. Pretty much an expected reaction, Ankit, considering that the one person that Arvind Kejriwal had gone full-fledged against, Salman Khurshid, has in fact been rewarded. There is a sense of outrage about that.
Well, absolutely. That is what the target of Arvind Kejriwal was in this entire tweet. In the morning when I spoke to him, he said that it's actually it's a slap on the people, the people, those who demonstrated outside the Prime Minister's residence just yesterday, the disabled activists. He's saying it seems that the government has completely shown that they have no respect and regard for those disabled people and the charges that were brought against Salman Khurshid. That is why he has been promoted. Arvind Kejriwal has also hit out on the entire exercise of this reshuffle. He says that the way government and the party high commands picks and chooses people from one place to another, the way they are dropped from one ministry to another and people are given ministries. He says in a democracy, it is responsibility of the government to explain it to the people why somebody is being dropped or being taken up. He has taken to Twitter, hit out on this entire reshuffle exercise, and also specific target is the former law minister and the soon ex-minister of external affairs, Mr. Salman Khurshid.
Are they planning to do anything about it, Ankit?
Well, they already have their entire agitation that they will be undertaking in Farakhabad, Mr. Salman Khurshid's constituency, on November 1st. He says that now their resolve is much more strong. I spoke to a few members. In fact, I spoke to Arvind also. He says now the resolve is much more strong, and now we have to make sure that the people understand that this government only stands for the corrupt and not for the people.
Was it something they were expecting, Ankit, or have they been completely blindsided by this kind of decision, where Salman Khurshid has, presumably almost been rewarded, as it were, by this particular government? Were they surprised that this happened?
I think right from the time when they started this entire agitation against Mr. Salman Khurshid, they were expecting him to resign. That did not happen. After that, yesterday when all these talks about him being elevated came through, I spoke to members in India Against Corruption and they were quite surprised. They said at least the government should have, if they were not removing him, at least they should not have elevated him. So that sort of came as a surprise and also as a setback for their entire campaign. But now they say they are much more resolved. In Farakhabad, they will be there on November 1st, and now they say that they will make sure that Mr. Khurshid is shown as much as opposition as they can.